Is there something in your life that you want to change? Well, today I'm going to talk about the key to lasting change. So many of the people I work with have something that they really want to change in their life, something they want to improve on. Often they've wanted to change that thing for a long time. Sometimes they've even been able to change it for a little while, but they just weren't able to make that change stick. Well, the key to lasting change is found in Matthew chapter 22. In Matthew chapter 22, Jesus was asked the question, "Which is the great commandment in the law?" Jesus said unto him, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." These scriptures don't solely refer to loving God and others. Christ says to love our neighbor as ourself. That means we need to love our neighbors as much as we love ourselves, and it means that we need to love ourselves as much as we love our neighbors. I want you to think of the person or even animal that you love most in the world. How do you talk to them? What do you think about them? How do you feel about them? Do you feel that way about yourself? Think about something you want to change in your life. Now pretend that the person that you love most in the whole world wants to make that same change. Pretend they came to you and asked for help. How would you speak to them? How would you lovingly encourage them? Is that the way that you speak to yourself? If you're like most people, the answer is no. To someone else, we might say, "You're doing great. You're going to totally get this. It's going to take some time, but you've got this. You're totally capable." But to ourselves, we usually say things like, "What's wrong with you? You're doing it all wrong. You should have had this figured out already," or "You're never going to figure this out." I want you to stop it. Lasting change never comes from beating yourself up. You cannot hate yourself enough to change in a positive way. In Proverbs 23 verse 7, it says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." If you are thinking about how horrible or inept or stupid you are, you become those things. You can't help it. It's like a recipe. You can't expect to put in the ingredients for chocolate chip cookies and then get out enchiladas. Whatever you put in determines what gets made. James Allen, in his book As a Man Thinketh, says, "A man is literally what he thinks, his character being the complete sum of all his thoughts." That means that if you want to be healthier or have better scripture study or improve your relationships or make any other change, you need to love yourself more. I want you to think about this in terms of an investigator that you worked with on your mission. If they didn't pray like you asked them to, did you tell them that they were such an idiot or such a disappointment or that they should have known better and done better? No, of course not. You lovingly encourage them because that is the best way to get real lasting change. So stop being so hard on yourself. Love yourself. Sometimes love does look like a kick in the pants, like "I can do better," but make sure it's always coming from a place of love and motivation, never from shame or hate or disappointment. Those emotions will just keep you immobilized and keep you away from the lasting change that you want. Decide today that you will no longer allow anyone to treat you cruelly, not even yourself. Decide today to treat yourself with love and watch the changes happen.